Wonders of Middle East, the hidden places. No one talks about. Travel guide. Here is something that shocks almost everyone. The Middle East is home to some of the quietest, safest, and most breathtaking hidden landscapes on Earth. Yet most travelers only see the famous cities and the postcard landmarks. The region holds canyons that look untouched since the beginning of time, valleys where ancient civilizations left stories carved into the stones, and mountain villages so beautifully preserved that they feel like a dream you accidentally walked into. Today, we are exploring the side of the Middle East no one really talks about, the secret wonders tucked behind desert curves, mountain passes, and narrow alleyways where history and nature mix in ways that almost feel unreal. If you think you know the Middle East, this journey might change your entire perspective. The Valley of Al Ula, Saudi Arabia. Al Ula feels like walking through a natural museum the Earth has been curating for thousands of years, with sandstone formations rising like giant sculptures and ancient carvings peeking out from unexpected cliff faces. The quiet of the valley settles around you with this warm, peaceful stillness that makes you slow down just to take everything in. Some visitors imagine it will feel too barren or too remote, but instead, the landscape surprises you with its color. The soft oranges, the deep reds, the subtle golds shifting as the sun moves. The rock formations look almost intentional, as if a massive unseen artist shaped them, and each turn reveals something new without breaking the calm of the place. You walk through it feeling like time paused long enough for you to witness a forgotten world. The mountains of Jebel Akhdar, Oman. Jebel Akhdar sits high above the deserts of Oman, and the moment you arrive, the air changes. It becomes cooler, cleaner, and filled with the scent of fruit trees and mountain herbs that somehow flourish on these ancient terraces. At first glance, the steep cliffs can look a little daunting, but the villages nestled into the mountains balance that intensity with their calm, timeless beauty. Stone houses sit beside orchards of pomegranates and roses, and narrow paths weave along the cliffs like threads, tying everything together. The views stretch across deep ravines that glow at sunrise and soften in the late afternoon. Spending time here feels like being welcomed into an old world where life moves slowly, and every scene feels meaningful. Wadi Bani Khalid, Oman. Wadi Bani Khalid is one of those places that feels like a hidden oasis from a storybook, the kind where clear turquoise water mirrors the sky and palm trees lean over the pools as if they are guarding them. When you first arrive, some of the rocky paths leading to the wadi seem rugged, but the moment you see the long stretch of emerald water glowing in the sunlight, all of that melts away. The cliffs on both sides rise like giant walls framing the scene, and the gentle sound of water flowing through channels gives the entire valley a calm, refreshing energy. It is the kind of place where you sit on a warm rock, let your feet touch the water, and suddenly the whole world feels quieter. The combination of desert heat and cool water makes the oasis feel like nature crafted its own contrast just to surprise you. The Caves of Jada Grotto, Lebanon. Walking into Jada Grotto feels like stepping inside the Earth's imagination. The stalactites and stalagmites twist and stretch in shapes that look sculpted rather than formed by dripping water over thousands of years. And the lighting inside gives everything a surreal glow. Some people assume caves will be dark or claustrophobic, but Jada has vast chambers that feel open, airy, and almost majestic. The underground lake at the lower grotto moves so smoothly that it looks like a sheet of polished glass, reflecting the natural formations above in perfect detail. The entire experience feels like gliding through an ancient underground palace, where each corner reveals a new shape or color you did not expect. It is one of those hidden wonders that stays vivid in your memory long after you have stepped back into daylight. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra looks like it was borrowed from another planet and gently placed into the Arabian Sea. The dragon blood trees rise like umbrellas twisted by the wind, their branches creating shapes so strange and beautiful that you almost expect them to move while you watch. Some travelers assume the island's reputation makes it inaccessible, but once you arrive, the entire place is unbelievably peaceful, with soft beaches, quiet lagoons, and desert plains dotted with unique plants found nowhere else on Earth. The blend of surreal landscapes and calm ocean air creates an atmosphere that is both grounding and otherworldly. Every direction you look, something unexpected catches your eye. A rare flower, a shimmering coastline, or caves filled with echoes that drift through the warm air. Socotra shows a side of the Middle East that few people ever imagine. Shubak Castle Highlands, Jordan. Hidden in Jordan's highlands is Shubak Castle, rising alone on a hill with winding green valleys spreading out around it. The road leading up looks simple enough, but once you stand at the top, the view opens in a way that feels both peaceful and powerful, like the landscape is letting you see its quiet strength. The castle itself stands weathered and worn, yet its arches, tunnels, and walls carry a softness that makes wandering through them feel surprisingly calm. Some people imagine castles will feel dramatic or overwhelming, but Shubak feels almost meditative, with gentle breezes slipping through the stone windows and sunlight warming the courtyard. The surrounding hills fade gently into the distance, giving the whole area a comforting sense of space. The Rose Valley of Iran. The Rose Valley in Iran feels like walking through a living fragrance, with fields of damask roses stretching across the land in soft shades of pink that glow especially bright at sunrise. At first, the idea of an entire valley dedicated to roses sounds simple, but when you stand there surrounded by endless blossoms, it hits you how rare it is to see nature-present beauty so consistently. The gentle hills, the soft rustle of petals in the wind, and the subtle perfume floating through the air create a setting that feels peaceful and almost dreamlike. Travelers sometimes expect the area to be overly cultivated, but the valley balances human tradition and natural scenery in a way that feels natural and effortless. It is one of those places where you pause without meaning to, just to appreciate the quiet atmosphere. Wadi Rum's Hidden Canyons, Jordan. Most people know Wadi Rum for its vast red desert, but tucked within it are narrow canyons and winding passages that feel like secret chapters of the landscape. The sandstone walls rise high and smooth, and when sunlight slips in from above, the canyons glow in warm gold and amber. Walking through them feels like the world suddenly shrank into a peaceful, echoing corridor carved by time. Some travelers assume desert landscapes will feel empty, but these hidden canyons carry a quiet life of their own, with small plants growing in the shadows and the occasional sound of wind brushing across the stone. They offer a softer, more intimate side of Wadi Rum that most visitors never see, and the silence inside them feels almost sacred. If the Middle East just surprised you with how much beauty it hides behind its deserts, mountains, and quiet valleys, imagine how many more secrets are waiting for curious travelers. If you enjoyed discovering the side of the Middle East that most people never talk about, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing which hidden wonder caught your eye. Your support helps this channel grow and lets me keep exploring the world's most overlooked treasures. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure.